Guys, my room has turned into a war zone. My books are fighting for every available square inch of my room at the moment. Let me just show you. So obviously those don't need to be there. Those don't need to be there either. Those don't need to be there either. Those don't need to be there. And those definitely do not need to be there. So I just filmed my what I read in 2023 book video, and right now this is the state of my bookshelf after pulling all my books off. As you can see, I still have plenty of books on the shelf. Same thing with my little fantasy shelf here. Plenty of books here. There used to be just a huge stack of books over here and another stack right here, and now they're everywhere, and I honestly don't know how I'm gonna make all of this fit. We need to figure it out because I was denied a bookshelf. I'm not getting a new bookshelf anytime soon, and I need space so I can live in this room. So today, that is going to be my project, is trying to find some way to puzzle piece this room back together. And if I do, in fact, somehow manage to make this room look presentable again by the end of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and pat myself on the back. And I'm going to take you guys along with me, so you're welcome. I told you guys to watch out for this video, and here it is. Today, we are going to put my bookshelf back together. I need to reorganize it somehow in a way that's efficient to where I can fit more books, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a new bookshelf anytime soon, and I need to make do with what I have at the moment. So, I mean, you saw the piles of books. That's over 100 books just scattered throughout my room that need a home, and my shelves are already extremely full. And what's really sad is I knew it was going to come to this eventually. I'm going to have to take all of the cute decor pieces that I put on my shelf, put them somewhere else. They can't go on the bookshelf anymore because there is literally no space on the shelf for them anymore. Say bye-bye, aesthetic bookshelf. This is not going to look like that much longer. I kind of have an idea of what I need to do. I think I'm going to tackle my fantasy shelf first and try to keep it mainly like my heaviest, biggest books on that shelf just to maximize the amount of space. Try to maybe keep it to hardcovers on that shelf. And then the rest of them, I'm gonna have to do something different. They might have to somehow make their way over here even though there's literally no room for them. Yeah. And then I think on this shelf, my game plan is I'm going to have to turn the stacks of books to where you can't see the spine anymore. It's just going to be the page. So that way you can fit like 2 stacks of books going vertical. You're not going to know any of the books on my shelf. It's going to look very plain. It's going to be strictly pages that you're going to be seeing unless it somehow has a sprayed edge, but it's going to look very awkward, I feel like, and very boring. But when you're a book collector, this becomes your life. So I think we're going to go ahead and conquer this beast. As you can see, my TBR cart is completely full right now. The books at the bottom are ones I'm trying to sell, and these top 2 shelves are completely full with books. I can't fit another one. You can see I actually started a little pile on top of the books. That's when you know it's bad. And these are more books that I still need to read that are on my TBR, but these are the ones I am like currently trying to get through and read, so that's why I put them on a separate little spot. I used to have a cute little Lego bookshop little building built right there, but I sadly took it apart so I could fit books there. My nephew was here this week for Christmas, and he loves my Legos, and he kept asking me, where are your Legos? I had to tell him I had to put them away because I need space for books, and he thought it was because he kept playing with them, and he thought that I didn't like that, so I took them away, but I had to keep telling him, no, I had to move them for more books. So he knows his Aunt Lizzie is a book reader. He's learned that at a very young age of 2 years old. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a movie on or TV show on my laptop, and I'm just going to get to work. I feel like I can't talk while doing this, otherwise this is going to take me forever. As you can see, it is getting close to nighttime. Love the winter season. No daylight whatsoever. It is currently 4:51. I won't be able to sleep in my room tonight if I don't do this now. So let's get started. Okay, so I if I maximize space or if I actually have less space than before, but I pulled out a lot of like paperback fantasies out of the shelf and replaced them with all of my hardcovers. There are a few paperbacks because like I have one paperback version of Prison Healer and then the other two are hardcovers, and I want to keep those together, obviously. So there are a few paperbacks in there, but everything else for the most part is hardcover. So I thought the biggest books, the heaviest books should go on this shelf, and I don't know. And so I still have this little pile, and then I have these piles right here. I feel like I'm just gonna put all the paperbacks together on my other bookshelf and see if I can somehow work it over here. I think the fantasies will be the last ones I put on there because, you know, this is all fantasy and I would like to keep them all together, but obviously there's no space. And this is all like romances and literary fiction and mystery thrillers. So I feel like I need to keep all those together. And then maybe fantasy, if there's space, I can squeeze it and have its own section. I don't know. Okay, I got all of the books from the fantasy section somehow maneuvered into this shelf. This is what I meant by saying it's not going to look very fun. It's just pages. And I just honestly have no clue what else to do at this point. All I have left are my classics down there and then some journals and stuff that I've made that I think I'm going to have sitting up at the top along with any other like special editions I can like display up top. Right now I have a lot of like special editions or like sprayed edges over there, and I might eventually move them over here if that gets to be too much, but I still have space though. There's space down here to add a few more. This is all mystery thrillers down here. These are all some literary fiction in here, and then some like, for some reason, like YA sport romances, that kind of stuff, and then the inheritance games, you know, YA, I guess. And this shelf is all like my darker romances, or also some, I don't know, like I guess like the spicier books are all right here. These are like some of my favorite authors in romances. These are also some favorite authors in romances. These top two are all my fantasies that I pulled over from the other shelf. So it actually works, and I still have space in different shelves depending on the genre that it comes from, but it's just so boring. Like if I ever have to find a book in this shelf, I sure hope it's a fantasy, because that's going to be so incredibly difficult, because I'm going to have to literally pull out a whole stack, a whole shelf just to find a certain book. I did it to myself, so I have no one to blame but myself, and that's fine. That's okay. It's okay. I sure hope I have a bookshelf by next year because this is not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to fit another 100 books on this shelf. It's like at max capacity, or almost. It's getting really close. I'll be able to fit like a good chunk of my TBR that I have at the moment over here, which I'm thankful for, but I'm gonna have to revisit this next year. I just don't know what to do. For now, this is what we're getting. And here's our end result. I put all my journals and stuff and my classics up here along with some decor, so that way I could still like add something cute. And then I tried to squeeze in like random things here and there. This is gonna be my bookshelf for the foreseeable future. I'm mainly happy that I was able to get all of the books that were on the floor right here off the floor, and I was able to squeeze as many fantasies on here as possible, and then being able to move some over to this shelf. I'm very thankful for that. Honestly, I have no clue what book is where. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. This will be a very interesting reading year and doing videos and trying to fit them in my shelf. I really honestly wonder how many physical books I own at the moment, and what is going to be the breaking point. How many is too many? That's what I'm sure I'm going to find out this year. But that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this bookshelf reorganization and very chaotic, and trying to basically reorganize my life so that way I can use my room again. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the rest of January. I have a lot of really fun, exciting videos coming, prepping for this new year, and I'm really excited to share them with you guys and getting to start my reading journal and getting to start some brand new books and read some new authors this year. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.